If you've never had southern chicken fried steak and homemade gravy, and I would say you're truly missing out. Hi everybody, welcome today. I'm so glad you could join me because boy do I have a special treat. I'm going to show you how to make the most mouthwatering Texas style chicken fried steak. And I can't wait to show you. So stay tuned. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, what you're going to need is some cube steak. And this is what it looks like in our local grocery store. It's pounded out steak, round steak. And if you buy round steak, you could probably ask your butcher, your local butcher, if you can't find this, to tenderize this for you. So all they've done is took a meat cleaver and tenderized it on both sides. But we buy locally just like this at our grocery store. So I'm going to only be making 2 steaks since it's me and David. And what else you're going to need is some vegetable oil. Now, I just use regular vegetable oil. You can use any brand that you want. And I have it in the bottom of my pan, and I have about a 1/4 cup. And the key to this chicken fry is going to be letting your grease get really hot. But you don't want it so hot that it burns the outside and doesn't cook the inside. So there is a little bit of a trick to it, but believe me, it is so good if you get it right. So the way I do it, and this is the way my mom taught me how, is I am going to season this with salt and pepper. Now, seasonings are totally at your discretion. You can put as much or as little as you want. But chicken fry is known for its seasoning. And so you want to have this with some form of seasoning. Whatever you like on your meat is perfectly fine. But if you want a true Texas chicken fry, this is how we do it. And so I'm just going to season both of those. And then I like to hit mine with a little seasoned salt. So I'm going to season both sides of this first on each side, just like this. Then what you're going to need next is I have some flour here on my paper plate, and just enough to where I can coat both sides of my meat. And then I'm going to take 1 egg, just like this, and then just a little bit of milk to make an egg wash. And so I'm probably going to put about a 1/4 cup of milk in with my egg. And then we're going to beat this together, just like so. My grease is getting really hot. I can feel it and hear it kind of popping over here. So we're just going to mix these two together, just like this. And then I'm going to take my steak and I'm going to dredge it in my milk wash first. And then I'm going to put it in my flour, just like this. So I do my milk first, then I'm going to come in and do it again on each side, just like that, and then dredge it again. So that way you have a really nice coating on your meat here. And I'll see if I can show you how this is going to look once I get this finished. Just like this. It should have a really nice coating on each side. And then you just drop it down. You see, yes, that's hot. Down in your skillet to let this start frying. And I'm going to do this one on this side. Okay, I have both of my steaks in here cooking, and you can hear it sizzling, and it's already smelling really good. I usually cook these a couple of minutes on each side and then turn them over. And since I put this one in there first, I've already kind of turned it. And I'm going to check this other one here. It's not quite ready to turn because what you want to achieve is the crispiness on the outside here. And when I get that turned, usually, what I do is hit it with some more seasoning. So just a little bit because I season as I go. You're going to season the meat before you dredge it in your flour and your milk wash, and then you're going to season it again after you get it turned in the pan just like this. Again, all the seasonings are at your discretion, but that's what makes this so good, I promise you. Okay, so I'm going to turn that one, and I'm going to season it just a little bit more on this side, and we're going to let this cook and start getting brown and start letting our meat get really done and tender, because you do not want a tough chicken fry. Okay, so while I'm waiting to turn these, I just wanted to remind you guys to subscribe, like, comment on my channel. I love every bit of it. I love hearing from you guys. And if you try my chicken fry, let me know, because, you know, some of you may have not tried it before, and it would be really cool to hear if you did. I'd really appreciate your comments. Okay, you guys, our steak is finished. And what I like to do once they're done is put them on a paper towel to drain some of the oil off of here. And then I turned the burner off because I don't want it to keep cooking. And yes, they look so yummy and good. So I'm going to show you how to make a country style gravy to go with this yummy chicken fry. So what you do is leave the grease renderings that came off your chicken fry that you cooked it in. And I have my burner on a medium to low heat because I don't want this extremely hot, but it's on and the grease is still hot. And you're going to take your flour with a tablespoon, and I just use heaping spoonfuls. And I'm going to put this in my grease just like this, and probably about 3 to start with. And then I'm going to use my whisk, and we're just going to start whisking this and browning this flour up just like this. Now, if it looks like it's not enough and it looks like there's too much grease, just keep adding a little bit of flour at a time. But now what I'm going to do, since I've got this cooking just like this, and you're just going to make a little bit of a roux out of this. Once I have this done and all the oil is incorporated into my flour here, I'm going to take now some milk, and I have whole milk, and we are just going to start pouring this right in enough. I'm going to say probably 1/4 cup of milk to start with. Okay, so once you have your gravy done, make sure all the lumps are out of it. And what you want to do, if it gets lumpy, just start adding a little bit of milk and incorporating it within the gravy until all the lumps are out. And you're going to want it to really smooth texture and consistency. And then I'm going to show you what a fantastic meal this Southern girl has cooked up. Okay, y'all, here's what we're going to do. We're going to get our steak. It looks really good and crispy and yummy. We're going to take some of this gravy, and we're just going to put it right on the top of this. And oh my gosh, this looks so good. And this is what it'll look like when you get done. And listen, if you guys think that the frozen patties at the grocery store is the same, hey, it's not the same. And you will want to try this Southern dish for sure. I hope you do. I hope you go share the love. Tell somebody that you love them today. And thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye.